Every night at 13 a.m., the water beneath the dam would start whispering, and someone always stepped too close to the edge. I took the job because I needed the money. Night patrol at the old Ashwood Dam. Simple enough, right? Just me, a flashlight, and miles of concrete and dark water. The locals had this weird habit of avoiding the place after sunset, and the turnover rate for guards was high, but hey, more hours for me. The training manual was thin, mostly just safety protocols. But one rule stood out, printed in bold red letters on its own page. Do not shine your flashlight onto the spillway after 2 a.m. No explanation. When I asked my supervisor, he just clammed his mouth shut and changed the subject. The first few nights were eerily quiet, just the hum of the turbines and the wind whistling over the reservoir. But then I started noticing things. Ripples on the water when there was no breeze, and this faint, almost inaudible whispering, sound that seemed to rise from deep beneath the dam. I dug into the old security logbooks, looking for clues. Most of the pages from previous guards were torn out. The ones that remained had strange, smudged entries. One guard had scribbled a single frantic sentence. The light attracts them. That's when the real strangeness began. One night, I heard footsteps on the concrete walkway near the spillway. I knew I was alone. No one else was scheduled. My heart hammered against my ribs. I crept forward, my hand shaking as I raised my flashlight. There, silhouetted against the roaring water, was a figure. It was standing dangerously close to the edge. It's back to me. My training kicked in. Hey, step away from the edge, I shouted. But it didn't move. Against my better judgment, against the one single rule. I aimed my flashlight beam directly at the spillway to get a better look. The moment the light hit the churning water, it stopped behaving like water. It swelled and bucked, as if something massive was rising from the depths. Then, a pale, vaguely human-shaped form began to emerge from the spray. It had no distinct features, just a shifting, liquid surface. It spoke, and the voice it used was my mother's. Honey, come here. I need your help. My blood ran cold. The face swirled and reformed, now looking like my childhood best friend. It's okay, it said, its voice a perfect imitation. Come closer. I missed you. It was pulling me in, not with its hands, but with memories, with voices I trusted. That's when I finally understood. The rule wasn't a prank. The creatures in the water, whatever they were, they sensed the light, they followed it, and they used the voices of the dead to lure you, and especially those who had drowned in this very lake decades ago. This dam wasn't built just to hold back water. It was built to contain ***. I slammed my flashlight off, plunging myself into absolute darkness. I dropped to my hands and knees, and started crawling backward, away from the edge. My breath catching in my throat, the comforting whispers instantly turned into frantic, desperate calls. Then they twisted into inhuman screams that echoed off the concrete walls. The water below thrashed violently, a sound of pure rage and hunger as the entity tried to claw its way out. The next morning, my supervisor called me into his office. He didn't ask what happened. He didn't say a word about the rule. He just quietly reassigned me to a daytime shift, his eyes refusing to meet mine. I found out later, through hushed whispers in town, that the Ashwood Dam had a long history of unexplained nighttime disappearances. The rule had saved some, but curiosity is a powerful thing. People kept breaking it, drawn in by the familiar voices of those they had lost. Subscribe now, and let every night whisper to you.